having your two body lining pieces, we're now going to mark the center top on the right side of one of the pieces. And on your second piece, on the wrong side, we're going to draw a line that is 11.2 centimeters or 4 3/8 of an inch down from the top. Now we're going to pin these two pieces right side together with your tab sandwiched in between. Now make sure that, well, if there's a difference, make sure that the side that you want to the exterior goes down. Mine are pretty much the same, so I don't really mind which one faces outwards. Pin in place. Or use clips if you prefer. So now we're going to go to our sewing machine and we're going to start on this side exactly on the line and stitch up, across and down to the other side and end exactly on the other side of the line. Okay, so now we're going to stitch around here and we're going to reinforce where the area of the tab is. Now we're going to start exactly on the line. So now we're just going to go backwards and forwards here a few times just to make sure that tab is nice and secure. Doesn't have to be neat because no one's ever going to see it. Okay, grab your exterior body, place it right sides up on your table, the top is up here. Grab the lining you just stitched, we'll open that up like that. So there's your little pocket there, the tab parts facing up. We're going to pin this together and we're going to leave a 6-inch gap down the bottom here, 15 centimeters, just somewhere in the middle. And we're going to pin this in place. we're actually going to leave this open. So now we're going back to the sewing machine and we're going to stitch from your opening mark to there up to that line, and then we're just going to stop there, and then we're going to start again by flipping this over to the other side and then stitching to the end. And then over here it's the same thing. We'll stitch down to this line there, then we're going to back stitch, and then we'll flip it over and then stitch from here around to your opening. Okay, so now we're going to start here at the opening. You just stop exactly on that line again. Now I'm going to flip this out of the way. Start on the other side of that line. And we're leaving this open. Stopping exactly at that junction there, and then we're going to flip this over and continue on the other side. Back stitching at the opening, and we just leave that bit open. Now grab your prepared flap and this body assembly we're working on, and we're going to put the flap into the opening, and it's going exterior side to exterior, so that goes down in there like that. And I like to put my hand up in there and pull it through. That way I'm making sure it's not going up into the part where the tab is. We don't want that. We want it to go into the main body. The edges are even, and then we're just going to clip and head over to the machine and stitch. Okay, so now we're going to do some trimming and grading. Don't grade or trim this opening. There we go. Now we're going to grab our base stabilizer, put it on your workbench shiny side down. So make sure you've got the 7/7/8 of an inch width going that way. And that was my dog snoring. And we're going to measure up 9.5 centimeters from the bottom, or 3 3/4 of an inch for those working in imperial. I'm going to draw a line, and now we measure up 3 centimeters or 1 1/4 inch for those again working in imperial. Now we're going to grab some double-sided sticky tape and just run a bit down the center there. Just to hold this in place while you stitch. Okay, so we'll go over to the machine. We're just going to run a line of stitching down the center to hold it into place. Okay, so we're going to run a line of stitching down there just to hold it in place. I know we have the double-sided tape there, but I find that when you're manipulating it around, it doesn't hold it secure enough, and we want to make sure that this thing does not move. Doesn't have to be exactly down the center. Now we're going to turn this right side out and give everything a good press. Grab my poking stick so I can poke these corners out a bit better. Now if you look here and you're not happy with the way that is there, which I'm not, then I'm just going to turn it back and just correct that stitching there by stitching a bit closer to the flap. Just, you can feel it under there, so I'm just going to stitch to make that a neater fit. I'll do the same on the other side. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so now we're going to turn back again and have another look. Yes, that's better. Okay, so now we're going to give it all a good press. Press these seam allowances inwards at the opening.